Hello everybody, Todd here, All Things Archery and Shooting. I want to thank you for coming to my channel and watching my video today. This is going to be part 2 of my review of this ASDW $48.99 recurve bow. This is a hunting recurve bow with an aluminum riser, bamboo limbs, AMO rating of 50 pounds at 28 inches, but this bow's true rating is 55 pounds at 28 inches. And my draw length at 29.5 inches. This bow is pulling 61 pounds. So anyway, we're going to be shooting 2 different arrows across this bow, one at 10 grains per pound of draw weight, one at 8 grains per pound of draw weight. The first arrow is going to be a 610 grain aluminum arrow. This is a 2117 with a 180 grain point on the front of it, 5-inch feathers on it. This 31-inch arrow comes in exactly 610 grain, which will give you 10 pounds per pound of draw weight in this bow. Next will be these Port-Orford cedar shaft. These are 11/32 with a 145 grain point, 4-inch feathers on. These come in at 480 grains, which gives me about 8 grains per pound of draw weight. Okay, we're going to shoot across this chronograph and see what they register. Then we'll do an accuracy test, see how they shoot. Let's get started. Okay, we're going to start now. We're going to shoot the 480 grain shafts first. The chronograph's about 5 yards from the target. I'm about 10 feet behind the chronograph. Let's see how it shoots. Okay, first arrow. 191. Second arrow. 192. Third arrow. 192. Okay, fourth arrow. 187. Fifth arrow. That's an error. Okay, fifth arrow. Let's reset it. It's not seeming to register now. Could be because it's kind of cloudy out. Okay, fifth arrow. Here we go. 190. Sixth and final arrow. 190. Now we're going to shoot the 610 grain shaft. It's a 61-pound bow at my draw length, so we're going to be shooting 610 grain arrow shafts now. These are aluminum shafts. First arrow. 171. Second arrow. 162. Third arrow. 162, duplicate. Okay, third arrow. Fourth arrow. Here we go. Fourth arrow. 197. Wow, that's got to be a mistake, but we'll stick with it. Fifth arrow. Okay, fifth arrow coming up. No read. Fifth arrow. 164. And sixth and final arrow. 152. Okay. Okay, everybody, that wasn't too bad. We got about 190 feet per second for the 480 grain arrow. That's 10 grains per pound of draw weight, which is a 610 grain shaft. Stop, rewind, stop, do over. Okay, everybody, that wasn't too bad. With the 8 grains per pound of draw weight, which is a 480 grain wood arrow, we were getting about 190 feet per second on average. For the 10 grains per pound of draw weight, which is a 610 grain aluminum arrow, we were getting about 165 feet per second. That's fairly respectable for a $48.99 bow, I think. Now let's see how accuracy shoots. Okay, we're going to be aiming at this target here. We're going to put 3 arrows on here and 3 arrows on here and see what she does. We're going to step off 20 yards, see what we can do. Here we go. I'll be shooting the 610 grain arrows on the right target, and we'll be shooting the 480 grain arrows on the left target. Okay. That was interesting. I don't think either one of these arrows are spine corrected for this bow, because these are the heavier arrows. These are 2117. They're supposed to be spined for a 55 to 60 pound bow, roughly. But they're shooting to the right. And usually when something's shooting to the right, that means it's over spined. But they're pretty much in line, maybe 3.5 inch group there. Problem with these arrows also is the knock on them. If you look here, I think the other issue I'm having with these arrows is the serving on this factory bowstring is not very good, and these nocks don't really clip on, they just sort of fall right off, so they're not really staying on there, you see what I mean? So I think that could be a problem also, because they're not really staying on there. The serving's too small for these nocks. Now let's look at the, let's get these out of here. Okay. Still respectable, 3.5 inch group, 20 yards. Over here now we've got the lighter weight arrows. These are all hitting, I was aiming for here, they're all hitting to the left, so these are underspined. But they're a little bit tighter group on these though. So, being a little bit tighter group on them, I think we'll do the rest of the shooting with these arrows here. Because these are closer to the center than those are, so these might be closer to spine than the heavier arrows are, which is interesting on this bow. But that's 2 targets, about both. That was less than 3 inches, that was about 3.5, so it seems to like these wood arrows better. So we'll shoot these going forward and the rest of the targets. Our next target's going to be on my deer there. We'll shoot 3 arrows on it and see how it shoots, and then we'll move over to my small game targets. We'll do my 3 for 3 challenge, which is 1 arrow in my rabbit, 1 arrow in my bobcat, and 1 arrow in my bearded deer, and see where we come out. Let's do the big buck deer first. This is my Delta McKenzie big buck deer. I mean, I like this target a lot. It's really, I mean, holding up really well. Better than that other target I had, but so far I like it quite a bit. So let's step off and put 3 arrows on here, see what we can do. 20 yards. Okay. Well, I tried to adjust my aim a little bit. Instead of aiming at the center, aimed over to the right over here. It's still shooting to the left, but I got 1, 2, 3, probably, I don't know, maybe 3.5 inches at 20 yards. Bow is a little bit loud and definitely has some hand shock, which I'm not happy with, but I mean, it's a $48 bow. I'm sure that can be fixed with some string silencers and some bow tip silencers on there, or stabilizer. Even this will take a stabilizer. So, but I don't like shooting with those. So it does have a little bit of hand shock. It is quite loud. But that's something that can be fixed, I think, with silencers. Let's try over by my small game target. We'll do from a 3 for 3 and then see how that works. Okay, this is my 3 for. All right, this is my 3 for 3 challenge. Basically, what it is, I shoot 3 arrows, and I just one shot each. One shot in the rabbit, aim for the heart. One shot on the bobcat, aim for the heart, and one shot in the deer, and I aim for the heart. Okay, so 3 shots. See what we can do. Here we go. 20 yards. Okay, that is my 3 for 3 challenge. Okay. All right, that's my 3 for 3 challenge. Okay, that's my 3 for 3 challenge. So basically, I got 1, 2, 3 arrows. This is at 1 o'clock, about an inch away from the kill zone, which is right here. This one's right in the kill zone at 1 o'clock. On the bedded deer, I was aiming for here and I shot to the left. I forgot to move my sight picture over a little bit because these do shoot to the left. If I'd have moved over to the left, probably would have been closer to this one, but I put it right there, so I shot to the left just like I did in the other 2 targets. So these arrows are hitting with some authority on these targets. This is the lightweight ones. But again, it does have quite a bit of bow shock to it. I think with a stabilizer and some silencers make a big difference on this bow. Let's do some overall shooting. You can see the tiller of the bow, how it shoots, and see my anchor point and how I release and stuff. We'll put 6 rounds on that red target there and see what we can do. Here we go. Okay, to finish up, I'm going to shoot 6 arrows, 3 of the heavyweight arrows and 3 of the lighter weight arrows onto that red bullseye target and see what happens. We'll shoot the heavyweight arrows first, okay? First arrow. Second arrow. Third arrow. Now we shoot the lightweight arrows. First arrow. Second arrow. And my third and final arrow of the lightweight. Okay, not too bad. Okay, that's where I was shooting from. My 20-yard mark, you see right there? That's where I was shooting from, and we're shooting all the way down there to my red target. Let's take a look. Okay, let's see what we got here. Get you tuned in here. Okay, alrighty. Well, as you can see, the heavy arrows, they shot just to the right of point of aim. I got 1 in the bullseye and 2 in the white 9 circle. Let me back up so you can see better. Okay, as you can see, I shot these last 6 at 20 yards there. We got the heavyweight arrows here, the 610 grain arrows. They're shooting just a little bit to the right, which is expected. They're over spined, I think. I was aiming here. I got 1 in the bullseye and I got 2 in the 9 ring. So it's about a 3.5 inch group at 20 yards. Now here's interesting. These are the lighter weight arrows, the 480 grain arrows. These are about 8 grains per pound of draw. These are the cedar arrows. That's about a 3-inch screw, but it is shooting to the left because it's underspined a little bit. I was aiming here and I am shooting to the left, but that's less than a 3-inch screw. I got 1 in the 9 and 2 in the 8 ring, okay? Less than 3 inches. But also I thought what's interesting is these heavier arrows, even though they're heavier, have more kinetic energy apparently, these lightweight arrows are punching through the target deeper.